Hey guys, so this is going to be the start of my documentation of my final week of training and preparations for my first ever 140.6 mile Ironman distance triathlon. And in this documentation, I'm just going to try and show what I'm doing and the different strategies that other people use generally for this final week, and how to get your body and mind ready and prepared to do an Ironman distance triathlon. Also, so today's Monday. On Friday, I will be going out to Madison. The Ironman is on Sunday, so Friday morning we'll be taking off for Madison. I'll be documenting a lot of the, just kind of the venue and the setup of the Ironman as well, and just kind of it'll be, I guess, maybe a series or kind of a few Insta story videos, or else maybe I'll even put something on the YouTube channel showing just a lot of the little details and behind the scenes of what the final week of just Ironman Prep looks like. I mean, this is something that's kind of crazy for me to think is here. I'm 6 days away from doing this, so this is it's definitely something that I guess I've looked at for several months and obviously years at this point, and then all of a sudden here it is, we're 6 days away, and all your training and all your preparation and everything is kind of coming together, and all the pieces need to kind of fit in place nicely to make your Ironman triathlon experience as enjoyable as possible. And so I'll just kind of start with what I've done today, what I'll be planning for tomorrow, and how the rest of this week is mapped out so far. And as the week goes, I'll be kind of updating on my Insta stories, just showing a little bit of the behind the scenes and the details of what I'm actually doing day by day and session, training session by training session. The idea of a taper week is to really be aware of your body and how either recovered it is, or how much stimulation you should be trying to give your muscles to keep them alert and awake, so come race day you're not either A, overtrained and almost injured, or B, almost like shut off and the muscles aren't alert enough to get going, and then both scenarios don't end very good. So a lot of taper week has to do with your ability to be aware and connected with how you're doing mentally, physically, and so what I'm going to be doing is I will be first off getting a lot of rest this week, for sure. 8 hours of sleep a night. Another thing I'll be doing is I'll be pushing my lights out time or sleep time a little bit earlier into the day. They say that day of, so September 8th, that Sunday, they want you, ideally you should get up at about 3:30 and get your breakfast in right away at 3:30 to give your stomach as much time to digest that meal and get those carbs and sugars into the bloodstream before you get started. So ideally you're going to bed very early Saturday night in preparation for that. And also, how you eat the week of is pretty important too. You don't want to be putting too much stress on your body by either overeating or undereating. You don't want to be putting weight on or losing weight. So it's really not a science, this whole idea of taper week. It's really just kind of an art to understanding how your body is, and it's potentially maybe one of the most important weeks of training. And so I'll be kind of taking you guys through what I do day by day, and showing the details into, obviously my nutrition, my sleep, my hydration, and just the different training pieces as the days come. Today we did a brick workout, we did a bike run, and I would say at this point I'm feeling very well recovered. I would say I don't have any aches and pains anywhere in the body, and so that's a good indication of being pretty well recovered. And so what I'm going to do the rest of this week is I'm going to stick to my plan unless something else changes, and the plan is to train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, take Saturday totally off, and then race day Sunday. And when I say train, I'm meaning move the body, but the the rate of perceived effort is not going to be extremely high in a lot of the workouts. Some of them I might have a little bit more intensity, but the duration will be much shorter. And so what I'm going to do is listen to the body as we go through the week and make sure that I am not either overstimulating the muscles or understimulating. It's just kind of this balance of trying to keep them alive and keep them fresh. And so today was brick workout. Tomorrow will be a swim plus strength workout. Wednesday I will repeat today's workout, which will be a bike run brick. Thursday will be again a swim with a strength workout. And then Friday is going to be played as it comes day, where I will either do a bike run brick, or I may do nothing, or else I might do some strength work. I won't be swimming Friday, but it's just going to be really, Friday and Saturday are really going to be about just trying to be as well recovered and well rested for Sunday. And so I'm not for sure what Friday is going to look like yet, but that's the plan. That's the mapped out plan I have for this week, and that could change. But that's kind of what we have for the Ironman preparation right now. And some of that could change. All of it might go as planned, and all of it might go really well. Another piece that's super important is making sure that the way you're feeling your body week of is how you want to be prepared and ready for the race in regards to, you know, some of the coaches will say that week of you shouldn't consume any caffeine. Idea behind that is to get your body as sensitive to caffeine as possible for the day of and the event. And the reason that is because sometimes towards the end of your event, your heart rate will have a harder time increasing, just because of the long day and the duration of the event. And so you want to have that caffeine available to stimulate the heart, to increase the heart rate, which will then get the blood flow and blood pumping through the body, which will then help you finish the event in, you know, say a normal fashion. Otherwise, what could happen is if you keep the caffeine, like right now I do usually 130 to 150 milligrams of caffeine a day, which is a couple shots on my espresso machine, and I'll be cutting that out starting tomorrow morning. I actually did consume caffeine today, but I'll be cutting it out tomorrow until Sunday, and I will be, on Sunday, I won't be consuming any caffeine till about 3 hours into the race. That's kind of when they say it's a good time to start consuming caffeine, is 3 hours in if you need it. And otherwise, it's best to try and lay off the caffeine just to give your body a chance to build up that sensitivity to it. So, yeah, like I said, I'll be posting a lot of the behind the scenes at the workouts and kind of sharing my nutrition and hydration for the coming days. And if you're interested, I would be, you know, thrilled to share this final week with you guys. Then obviously day of, I'll be documenting as much as possible, and then after the Ironman, I'll be talking about how it went and just kind of doing a post-race analysis to kind of, I guess, just talk through everything, you know, going back to where I started and to all my training and what I thought I did, what maybe I could have done better, and just taking an after look at the entire picture of the programming and the event and what I think about everything and how I do and all that. So if you are interested, I'd be excited to share this time and this final week with you, and we will see you in the coming videos.